Hello all, welcome to my channel. Today I will demonstrate how to create the hostel accommodation system in C. I will accept student information from the user and will allocate random unique room number to the students. So let's do the same thing practically. Let me add header file over here, that is has include standard input output dot h. Let me write the main function over here, that is integer main. Now, I want to provide the two options to the user. One, to allocate the new room to the student, and two, to display the content. So I'm just taking the choice variable over here, that is the integer choice. Here, in a do while, I want to run this particular loop until and unless user enter the 0. Now I'm writing here printf, and that is 1 4, that is allocate new room to the student, and 2 4, that is display the details. So I'm writing here /n 2 4 display. If user enters 0, then I want to simply exit from this loop. So I'm writing here 0 for exit. Here you can write printf, and that is enter your choice. Now here you can get the input, that is scanf %d ampersand choice. Now here you can pass your choice in a switch case. So if user enter the 1, then what you want to do? So here in a case 1, you can write the code and you can write the function, and you can simply break the case. If it is a 2, then you can call the function and you can break the case. If it is 0, then you can simply give the message to the user, thanks. Here you can write /n. Here you can provide the default option if it is required. Let me test this particular program. So let me build and run. Whenever I build and run this particular program, it asks me two options: one for the allocate new room, two for the display, 0 for the exit, and enter your choice. If I'm enter 1, 2, 3, any option, and if I'm enter 0, then I will simply exit from this particular loop. Here you can write /n. Now what I want to do? If user enter 1, then I want to allocate the new room. So for that, I want to create a one function. So here I'm creating a one function, that is void create, and I'm creating one more function to display the content, and that is display. So here you can call this particular function, that is create function, and you can call the function here in a case 2, and that is display function. Now I want to write the structure, because what I want to do, I want to create the system, that is the hostel accommodation system. So I need a student roll number, name, location, gender, and you can say room number. So I'm defining here, that is type def structure, and the name of the structure is hostel. Here I'm giving the alias, that is hostel. Here you can define the variable, for example integer roll number, name of the student, that is a 30 character array. Here you can define a character location of the student. Here you can get a gender, and that is for example 6 character, and I want to allocate the room number to the each and every student, and that must be unique room number. So my structure is defined. Whenever user call the function, that is create, I want to allocate the dynamic room number to the student. So first you need to understand how we can call the function, that is a random function. So we can generate the random number using the random function. So I'm doing what? I'm simply declaring here one variable, and that is rnd is equal to, I'm calling the inbuilt function, that is random function. Whenever you print this variable value, that is %d and rnd, you can simply build and run this code. Whenever you print this, it will generate the random number, and it will start from 1 and up to max. So see here, the random number 41 is generated. If you write 1 again, then 18,467 is generated. Now 6334 is generated, but I want to generate the random number between my range. And that is what, suppose if user says that the room number is available between 1 to 50, right? So here I want to define the range, and that is lower is equal to, for example, 1, and upper is equal to, for example, 5. So now I want to generate the random number between 1 to 5, that is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, right? So lower limit is 1 and higher limit is 5. Suppose I have only 5 rooms in my hostel, so I want to generate the number, that is the room number between 1 to 5. If you want to generate room number between 1 to 5, then you can write the formula over here, and that is what you can write, that is the random number modulo by, and that is you can write the formula, that is upper minus lower plus 1. Here you can close the bracket, plus you can add the lower, and here you can write the bracket. Now you can save this, you can build and run your program again. Now what happened, whenever you provide any input, for example, if you write 1, then the random number will be generated between 1 to 5 only. See here, that is 3. If you write 1, then see here, that is 5. If you write 1, then the random number 1 is generated. If you write 1, then random number 5 again generated. Here 5 again generated, 4 is generated over here, right? So this is the way you can generate the random number between the range. Now I want to allocate this random number to my, that is room number. So for that, what we can do, simply I want to create here one variable of hostel. So I'm writing here hostel h over here. Now I want to write this data in a file, so I'm taking here file pointer fp is equal to f open. Here you can write the name of the file, that is for example hostel.txt. Now I want to append the data into this particular file, so here you can write a plus. So what happened, whenever you open this particular file, your data will be appended at the last, and at last you can simply close that particular file. Now here I want to get the input from the user, that is roll number, name, location, gender, and randomly generated number I want to write into the file. So what we can do here, simple, we can write a printf, and that is enter roll number, and here we can get the input from the user, that is scanf %d ampersand, and that is h dot roll number. So this RNO is the variable that is declared over here in a hostel structure, that is h dot RNO. Now not only roll number, I need a name, location and gender, so I'm just copy paste all these things. Here you can write enter name. Here you can write %s, and whenever you are taking a string, don't write the ampersand because it is already a pointer. So you can write h dot name. This is the location, so you can write here h dot location, and that is %s. You can copy this particular thing and you can paste here, that is enter gender, and here you can get the gender, that is h dot gender %s. Now I want to generate the random number. I already generated the random number. Once you get all this data, we can simply write this data into the file using the fwrite function. So I'm writing here fwrite, address of h, size of, that is hostel, and I want to write the file pointer. Now this randomly generated number is available in RND variable. So I want to write that particular randomly generated number in my hostel room that I want to allocate to this particular user. So you can write here h dot room number is equal to RND. So what RND is? This is the randomly generated number. So you can write this particular formula over here. So what happened? No need to write this particular line, and randomly generated number will be stored in a h instance, that is hostel. First student will get the randomly generated number, and that will be 1 to 5. But if you run again, then might be a chance the same number is generated again. So we need to check that the unique number should be allocated to the user. That we will definitely do. But before that, I want to display simple data first. So here in a display function, I want to display the content. So I'm writing here file pointer fp equal to fopen, and that is hostel.txt. Open that file in read mode. Now I want to read the data, so I'm writing here while fread. Where you want to read the data? So I want to read the data in my hostel h1 variable. So here you can write address of h1, size of hostel. So your data will be loaded into h1 variable, and here you can simply print the data. Suppose I want to print the left align, and that is for example 10 digit, and that is for the roll number. So I'm writing here that is h1 dot roll number. I want the name also, so I'm writing here percentage minus, and that is for example 20s, and that is h1 dot name. Right now I just want to display only two things, that is roll number and name, right? You can save this. You can simply build and run your code. Whenever you build and run, it will ask for the option, that is allocate a new room. So I want to allocate a new room, so I'm writing here 1. It is asking me for the roll number, and the roll number is for example 1001. Name of the person, for example Tatsat. Location is, that is Rajkot. Gender male. Now you can display the content. Whenever you press 2, you will get 1001 and Tatsat. But I don't want only 1001 and Tatsat. I want the Rajkot male, and even I want the randomly generated room number also. So here you can print what, that is percentage, and that is for example 15s, that is for the location, and that is I want left align, so I'm writing here minus 15s, percentage minus 10s, and that is for the gender, and here you can write percentage, that is for example 5d, that is for the room number. So here we can display h1 dot, that is location, h1 dot gender, and h1 dot room number. You can save this. You can build and run your code, and you can provide the option number 2. See here, I will get the result, but I am getting here minus 5d. Why? Because I need to write here percentage minus 5d. You can save this. You can build and run your code again, and now you can display the content. You will get the room number, that is 2 is allocated to Tatsat, right? Now I want to allocate new room number to the another person, but what happened, might be a chance this particular line, and that is this random generated room number, will do what, it will allocate the same room number to another person. So if room is already given to anybody, I don't want to give that particular room number to anybody, right? So I want to assign the unique room number to every student. So what we can do here, we can create one function, and that function is what, that is to get the room number. So here I'm creating a one function, that is integer get room number. Here I will do what, I will get the input from the user, that is integer room number, and here if this room number, that is the provided room number, is already allocated, then I will allocate the new room number, and if this room number is not allocated to anybody, then I will simply return the same room number to the calling environment. So what we can do here, it is very simple. Here we can call the function that is get room number, and we can pass this particular as a, that is room number, as a input. So we can call the function that is get room number, and here we can pass the value, that is random generated number. So random generated number will be passed over here. If it match with the existing record, then we will allocate the new number. So how we can match? Simple, we need to look into our file. So I'm just creating an instance of file over here, that is file pointer fp equal to fopen. You can open your file, that is hostel.txt, in a read mode. Now here you can write the loop. You can call the function fread. Where you want the data, I want the data in h1 variable, and here you can write size of hostel, and you can provide the file pointer. What this h1 is, this is my normal variable, that is of type structure, that is h1. So my data, that is one by one, each and every record will be loaded into h1 variable. Now if h1 dot room number equal the room number that is allocated to the person, if both are same, right, then we need to allocate the new room number. So what we can do, if room number is already there in a file, then we can say it is allocated. So I am writing here allocated is equal to 1. Here you can declare the variable allocated is equal to 0. Now here you can simply close your file loop over here. So your file loop will be closed here. Now what we can do, we can simply close our file, that is close fp. If my file room number and the room number that is generated room number both are same, it means the room is already allocated. If it is allocated, then we don't want to allocate the same room number, right? So what we can do here, if allocated is equal to that is 0, right? So if allocated equal to 0, it means the room is not still allocated. If room is not still allocated, then you can simply return the room number that you have got from the user. But if room is allocated, then we can simply call our function again, that is get room number. So you can call here recursion function and you can pass the random generated number again, and that is this formula. So this formula you can copy and you can paste over here. So what happens, students, please see carefully. Suppose a room number is created over here, that is 5, right? So 5 is passed over here. Then I'm checking into file. Is 5 is available? If 5 is available, then the room is allocated. If it is allocated, then get the new number. So same function will be called again and new number will be there. So this process will work until and unless I'm getting the room number or hostel gets full. So what I did see here, it is very simple. I'm passing the room number that is over here as a argument. So if room number 5 is passed over here, then what happened? I'm checking into the file. Is 5 is there? If 5 is available in the file, then the room is allocated. If it is 1, then I will call the get room number function again and I will search for the another room number. But if number is not allocated, then allocated variable will be 0. If it is 0, then you can return the same room number over here and that we can write into the file. So I want to write into the file. In which situation we will write into the file? Simple. If that is h dot room number not equal to 0, then we will write into the file. You can save this. You can build and run your code. Whenever you build and run, it will ask for the two options. One is for the allocate the new room and two for the display. So see here 1001 Tatsat Rajkot mail and the room number is 2. Now I want to allocate one more room, roll number 1002, name of the person, for example Vrutti, location you can enter over here, that is Junagadh. Here you can write the gender, that is female, and see here another room is allocated to the Vrutti and that is room number 3. I want to display the content properly over here. So you can move to your display function and that function is available over here, display function. Here you can write a /n. So what happened, after printing each record, new line will be there. And you can copy this particular line and you can put before the while loop. So I want to print the header. So instead of this digit, I will write the string. Instead of this digit, I will write the string. So here you can write this is roll number. Here you can write this is, that is name. Here you can write this is the location. And this is, you can say gender. And this is the room number that we have generated uniquely for each student. Here you can write printf and /n. You can draw the line over here. You can copy this particular thing and you can paste over here also. So what happened, it looks good. You can simply remove this particular /n. You can save this You can build and run this particular code. Now you can display the content. See, it looks good. That is our roll number of 1001 and 1002, right? With name, location, gender, and room number 2 and 3 are allocated. Now let me write one more, that is allocate the new room, and that is 1000, for example 3, and the name of the person is, for example, Devin, location Sidhpur, gender male, display. See, room number 5 is allocated to Devin. Now I want to allocate new room, and that is to 1004. Name of the person is, for example, Kapil. Location is S Nagar. Gender is male. You can see here the room number 1 is given to Kapil. Now you can allocate new room again. If you look carefully, then the room number is between 1 to 5 only. Why? Because we did the formula, right? Suppose I want to allocate the new room over here, and the roll number is, for example, 1005. Name of the person is, for example, Parag. Location, for example, Rajkot. Gender male. And if you look carefully, then room number 4 is assigned to Parag. But if you try now again to allocate the room, then you will not be able to do this. Why? Because hostel is full now. Now, if you want to still insert the record over here, then what we can do? Simply, we can increase the range. And that range is, for example, now I want to write that the room number is available, and that is from 501 to that is 510. Now you can save this. You can build and run your code again. Now room number will be allocated, but that will be between 501 to 510 only. So you can display the content. It is correct. Now you can allocate the new room, and the new room is given to roll number 1006. Name of the person is Ankit Tarsai, male, and if you display the content, then you will get here that room number is 502. Why I am getting 502? Because I set the lower bound and upper bound. So this is the way you can develop the hostel accommodation system, and the room number will be allocated dynamically. Suppose if you want to enter one more, and that is, for example, 1007, and the name of the person is, for example, Hariom, and the location is, for example, Ayodhya. Gender, for example, male. You can display, see here, the room number 508 is allocated to Hariom. So you can define the range, and in that particular range you can insert the record. See here, I generated the room number. All this room number is dynamic. I had not inserted room number explicitly. This is automatically generation, and you can define the range also. And based on, and if you look carefully, then for each student unique room number is assigned. So this is the way you can develop the hostel accommodation system. So that's it from my side. If you like this video, then please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.